Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life with clarity and strength that others simply cannot match? Sigma males, those independent and deeply introspective individuals, possess a unique instinct for identifying behaviors and attitudes that others might overlook. In this video from Official Sigma Male, we'll explore the 8 red flags that Sigma males never ignore, uncovering signs that could be sabotaging your relationships and personal growth without you even realizing it. These men not only spot these signals, but act quickly to protect their peace and purpose. Want to know what they do differently and how you can apply these lessons to your life? Stick with us, because understanding these red flags will not only help you avoid common mistakes, but also surround yourself with people who genuinely add value. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel to continue discovering tools that will transform the way you think and act. Lack of authenticity. For a Sigma male, authenticity is non-negotiable. These individuals deeply value honesty and have a finely tuned instinct for detecting insincerity. When someone tries to project an image that doesn't align with their true self, whether to impress or manipulate, a Sigma notices immediately. They don't seek perfection in people, but they do demand sincerity, believing that only through authenticity can trust and respect be built. Picture a scenario where someone constantly exaggerates their achievements or skills in casual conversation. While others might overlook it, a Sigma interprets this as a red flag. It's not that they don't appreciate ambition, but they know that behind exaggeration often lies insecurity or manipulation. Sigmas prefer to interact with individuals who admit their flaws and limitations with humility, as those are the ones who truly inspire. In daily life, being authentic means aligning your words with your actions. Sigmas greatly respect those who live by their principles, even if it means going against the tide. If you want to earn a Sigma's respect, a great starting point is practicing small acts of authenticity, like saying, "I don't know," when unsure, or being honest about your intentions. For them, there's no braver gesture than showing who you truly are, without masks. Constant need for attention. For a Sigma male, emotional independence is essential in any relationship, whether it's friendly, professional, or romantic. People who constantly need to be the center of attention often make them uncomfortable, as they value peace and balance. They're not interested in competing for validation or surrounding themselves with individuals who constantly crave recognition. For a Sigma, harmony in interactions is far more valuable than any display of self-importance. Imagine a social gathering where someone monopolizes every conversation, interrupting others to talk about their achievements or problems. A Sigma quickly notices this behavior, and while they may not confront it directly, they'll avoid getting too close to such individuals. To them, meaningful relationships aren't built on noise or grandiosity, but on the quality of interactions where both parties feel heard and respected. A practical way to connect with a Sigma male is by fostering balanced conversations. Instead of constantly seeking attention, practice the art of listening and genuinely contributing to discussions. Sigmas respect people who let their actions speak louder than their words, creating connections that are meaningful rather than superficial. Manipulative behavior. A Sigma male has a deep sense of independence, both emotional and mental, and therefore rejects any form of manipulation. For them, relationships should be based on respect and freedom, not on attempts to control or exert hidden influences. Any action aimed at coercing them or playing with their emotions becomes an immediate warning sign that pushes them away. An example of manipulation could be a colleague who uses guilt to get someone to do a favor, or a partner who employs silence as punishment to achieve their way. Sigmas don't tolerate these behaviors because they value their mental peace above any toxic dynamic. If they sense that someone is trying to manipulate their perception or emotions, they won't hesitate to set firm boundaries or end the relationship altogether. To avoid falling into manipulative tendencies, or even to recognize if you use them unconsciously, it's helpful to reflect on your intentions. For instance, instead of trying to convince someone with emotional tactics, be direct and honest about what you need or expect. Sigmas deeply respect people who act transparently, understanding that true strength lies in open communication, not in power games. Lack of ambition. For a Sigma male, ambition isn't just a desire for success. It's an expression of personal growth and purpose. Surrounding themselves with people who lack clear goals or the drive to progress in life can be demotivating for them. Sigmas seek connections with individuals who share their proactive mindset and who are willing to challenge their own limits to achieve something greater. Think of someone who is always content with the bare minimum, without aspiring to improve in any area of their life, be it personal, professional, or emotional. While a Sigma can understand that everyone moves at their own pace, they'll distance themselves if this lack of ambition becomes an obstacle to progress. For them, being around motivated individuals is a way to stay focused and continue advancing on their path. If you want to build a relationship with a Sigma male, a great way to connect is by showing interest in your own development. This doesn't mean achieving great things immediately, but striving for consistent growth. For example, you could start by reading inspiring books like Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, or setting small daily goals that bring you closer to your dreams. Sigmas deeply admire those who work on themselves and strive to become the best version of who they can be. Constant negativity. Constant negativity is like a magnet that repels Sigma males. These individuals value a positive mindset and a resilient attitude when facing life's challenges. Being around someone who always focuses on the bad or constantly complains can drain a Sigma's energy, as they prefer relationships that inspire them and promote a constructive view of the world. An example of this could be a co-worker who always finds a problem instead of a solution, or a friend who never stops talking about their failures without attempting to change their situation. For a Sigma, this attitude not only affects the dynamic of the relationship, but can also negatively impact their own mental peace. This is why they often avoid such individuals or set clear boundaries if distancing isn't possible. To avoid being perceived as overly negative, a helpful practice is to focus on solutions instead of problems. For instance, instead of complaining about something that didn't go as planned, analyze what you could do differently next time. Sigmas admire people who can see the positive side of things and who, instead of complaining, seek to learn and grow from their experiences. Disrespect for personal boundaries. For a Sigma male, personal boundaries are sacred. These boundaries not only represent a way to protect their mental peace, but also to establish balanced and healthy relationships. When someone ignores or crosses these lines, whether physical or emotional, the Sigma perceives it as a lack of respect they won't tolerate. They know that clear boundaries are essential for preserving their individuality. Imagine a friend who constantly invades your personal time, demanding attention at all hours, or a co-worker who doesn't respect your personal space at work. When a Sigma detects these behaviors, they don't stay silent. They set firm boundaries and, if necessary, distance themselves from such individuals. For them, respecting boundaries isn't just a sign of maturity, but also of consideration for others. To strengthen your own boundaries and improve your relationships, a good tip is to learn how to say no assertively. For example, if someone asks you to do something you can't or don't want to do, respond clearly but without aggression. I can't help you right now, but I can look for a solution with you later. Sigmas highly value those who protect their time and energy without creating unnecessary conflict. Lack of emotional intelligence. Sigma males deeply appreciate emotional maturity in the people they interact with. For them, the ability to manage one's own emotions and understand those of others is essential for any meaningful interaction. A lack of emotional intelligence, such as impulsive reactions, an inability to listen, or a childish attitude toward problems, becomes a barrier that immediately pushes them away. Imagine a situation where someone loses their temper over a trivial comment or refuses to accept constructive criticism. A Sigma, who values calmness and self-control, will see this as a sign of immaturity they cannot tolerate. They prefer to surround themselves with people who can handle their emotions and face challenges with a thoughtful attitude rather than being dominated by impulses. To cultivate emotional intelligence and improve your relationships, a practical exercise is to take a moment to reflect before reacting. For instance, in a heated argument, try pausing for 5 seconds to process your feelings and respond calmly. Sigmas greatly respect those who can remain firm and composed in adversity. Knowing this skill forms the foundation for strong and lasting bonds. Superficial behavior. Sigma males have a unique ability to see beyond appearances and focus on a person's essence. They deeply value authenticity and character, so superficial behavior, centered on materialism or outward image, is deeply unattractive to them. For Sigmas, meaningful relationships are built from depth, not surface-level impressions. A common example of superficial behavior is someone constantly flaunting their material possessions, like cars, designer clothes, or exotic vacations, without contributing real value to a conversation. A Sigma perceives this as a sign of insecurity rather than true success. Instead, they admire those who can remain humble and channel their achievements toward making a positive impact on their own lives or the lives of others. If you want to move away from superficiality and connect authentically with others, a good exercise is to engage in meaningful conversations. Instead of talking about what you own, focus on what you've learned or how you can help someone. Sigmas deeply value the ability to share ideas and experiences that enrich the moment, as they believe a person's true brilliance lies in their mind and heart, not in their outward appearance. Now that you know the 8 red flags that Sigma males never ignore, it's time to reflect on how these signs might be present in your environment. Are there people in your life who constantly cross your boundaries or drain your energy with their negativity? Recognizing these attitudes will not only help you protect your well-being, but also surround yourself with more authentic and meaningful relationships. Like a Sigma, the key lies in standing firm in your values and prioritizing your peace. Are you ready to apply this knowledge and transform your interactions? What steps will you take to identify and address these red flags in your daily life? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your comments and share your experiences. And don't forget to subscribe to Official Sigma Male and turn on notifications to keep learning how to become the best version of yourself. We're here to accompany you on this journey of growth and self-discovery.